Hey, what's going on, everyone? Mr. Mike here. I wanted to make this quick video because I had noticed that my currently most popular video, the ever so popular iFix Portal 2's biggest continuity error, has reached 200k views. That is 200,000 views. Can you believe it? That's nuts. That is crazy. Wow. This video, of course, going into it, I had no idea that it would take off the way that it did, reach so many people, and the reaction behind it. Yeah, so I just wanted to make a quick vid. I'm in the middle of tackling like 4 projects at once that I kind of just want to like release soon. So, why not whip something up? I'm literally making this in the cheapest way possible. This is like made in OBS. Like, that's the best you're gonna get from this video. It's fantastic editing. I mean, it could be worse. It could be Gen Z YouTuber Mike cut to like a blank background, holding a shitty microphone up against my mouth, mumbling into the microphone with the Wii shop music in the background, going over my video essay of the week. Could do that. I mean, I could do that.
Whoa, I'm so wacky and zany. Whoa.
But no, yeah, it's fantastic that it's reached this much people. I'm really, really stoked either way. I mean, it's totally amazing to me. Alright, so before we begin, I want to make something very clear with this video. The title, thumbnail, every, thing in it was obviously over-exaggerated for the sake of a joke that worked in my favor, to be fair, but let it be known that me doing all that bullshit, I kind of hated doing it. I didn't like doing it. But I think part of some of the reactions that people have been posting in the comments that have kind of been complaining to me about is probably due to the way that the video was labeled, I would assume. I also want to make it very clear that the shell in the thumbnail, that's apparently from probably over like 100 people in the comments, dummy thick, or a comment akin to that, was made by pure accident. I can assure you that there was no modifications to the model or anything. It didn't do anything crazy. It's just the way that was shot, just the way it is, and I guess just the way some people look at the thumbnail, I suppose. I mean, that's just saying stuff about you, pal, not about me. Wink. I just want to remind everyone that this is just a fun little modification. Nothing serious, no ill intent. If anything, it's a video that's been sitting literally in like my hard drive, even when the video came out a year prior to that. That's how long I wanted to try to cover this. So let it be known that the reason that section of the map that was walled off is very clearly for gameplay reasons. I don't think there's anything arguing against that. It's probably almost 100% that. If anything, I'm dumb for not including that in the video, because even while I was modifying the map, it was very clear that was the reason of the developers doing. So me cracking the level open, going to that area in hopes of just trying to modify it, only for my surprise to see that the entire area is there, just blocked out in no draw and just walled over, really fired me up and made me really want to work on this little project here, just to show off to everyone of this cool little detail and, little finesse from me to show off my little known mapping skills. It was quite fun. By the end of this, I think what everyone should take away from this video is that the whole reason I made it, with the continuity stuff and all that, it's just all for fun. Like, I know it's like a crazy thing to conclude to, but like, that's all I did it for. I just made it for fun. I don't actually care one way or another if this like small detail is in the Valve video game or not. It's not, it's whatever. Respectfully, there's tons and tons and tons and tons of comments in the comments that have been pointing out that there's tons of different practical reasons as of to why this could be that way. Of course, number one, always on the top, is that it's probably gameplay reasons, which again is 99.9% the probability of the answer. And I agree with that.
Once again, I'm just supposed to magically know what we're doing, even though the game has absolutely no explanation for anything.
You don't, I assure you, dear viewer, you don't have to come up with like a book-long comment to describe why there's not a hole in the wall. Okay? I promise you. I know it's almost an act against God to some people, but I just wanted to put the hole in the wall that was supposed to be there. I also wanted to make sure that I had that balance where it is there, it is visible, but you can't get up to it, and at best you can kind of look at it. And that's the whole point. Having that inclusion of scenery there, plus the extra addition I did later where you know, during the wake up sequence, adds that, you know, connection to Portal 1 and 2. There's also a ton of comments going over how this isn't the biggest continuity error, usually boiling down to how GLaDOS looks vastly different between the two games. And yeah, dear viewer, that's an art style shift. There is undoubtedly, I don't think there's a person on the earth that could say that Portal 1 and 2 doesn't have an art style shift. 100%. GLaDOS looks different. The turrets look different. The cubes look different. Tons of the whole environment of Portal and Portal 2 are vastly different. There's also comments suggesting that this is it adds really nothing to the experience. Why would anybody play this? If I was playing this, I wouldn't notice this. I wouldn't even notice this. If I downloaded the mod that says what it does, and I played the mod, I wouldn't even know that it did that. The point of the mod is subtlety. It's for people that see the video, or even see the mod on ModDB, download it, add it to the game, and even if they don't notice it, that's perfect. Because the point that I made with all of these little additions to the maps was to be as subtle as possible. I didn't have big arrows, I didn't have like big set pieces. I just had it kind of blend with the Portal 2 style to make it believable, and then it makes you think a little bit. You're like, hey, this area is even more reminiscent of Portal 1. That's kind of cool. Map making is a fun pastime for me, right? That's where I just kind of break it down to. I like to kind of just get in the groove, put on like a YouTube video in the background or some tunes, just map things out, have a little bit of fun, do some modifications here and there, maybe mostly for personal use, but this was the one exception where I'm like, hey, I want to reach out to people to see that this is kind of an interesting fact, and here's what I could add to it. I hope everybody likes it. Unfortunately, there's been some sour apple cases, but again, respectfully, if people hold Portal 2 near and dear to them, and they don't like the idea of just a little bit of change, that's fine. But please, I beg you not to lash out on people for wanting to do just something for fun. Like, I assure you, this was in no way harmful. I just wanted to goof around and make a little funny map modification for other people to check out and hopefully appreciate. That's simply it. That's simply it at the end of the day. I love Portal 2. You love Portal 2. It's a fantastic game. So I just want to wrap up this video by saying thank you everyone that has watched, commented, and subscribed over time. Doing this Portal 2 run, whatever you want to call it, this almost past year has gained my channel a little bit of vague popularity. I don't know how long I'm going to keep going for, but we'll see what we can do. Definitely some vague Portal 2 content in the future trademark. If not, I'm the OG Half-Life guy. What's that? You never watched like M-Man Plays Half-Life 2 Part 3 Crewbar Love? Where you at? I'm an OG. I love my Half-Life and Portals. Everybody should know that. Don't go back and watch those videos, but let it be known that they do exist and they will forever exist on my channel. Because I love them. Because I love everything that I put out. Regardless of the kind of quality, the point of everything I've done over the past 10, almost 11 years now, was just to share my love and appreciation for all my wacky little interests. To show off my creative side, and add to it over time, get better, learn from mistakes. Everybody does. And hopefully, to inspire others, just like I've been inspired by others. That is the point of me making this channel, of making anything, is simply just to put out, even if subtle, just a tiny bit of me out there that people can latch onto and be like, hey, that's pretty cool. Anyway, I think that about wraps the video up. Like I said before, I've got some other things to tackle. Hopefully stuff will come out soon on the channel. Thank you for being patient, everyone. I hope you enjoyed. Join the resistance by subscribing, and I will catch you in the next video. See ya.